Welcome. This is going to be Unofficial Community Game, dated July 13th, 2022. The players for today's game: Pocket Aces is playing as Russia. Mannix is playing as Germany. Aardvark Pepper is playing as the UK. Imp, myself, is playing as Japan. And Plank Boy, aka Dan, is playing as the United States. All right, so let's get to it. All right, welcome to Japan's turn in round one. So, just to recap, Russia on their turn actually did the standard 9-12 attack, which is basically just taking 9 units to attack Ukraine and 12 units to attack West Russia. So they take them from various parts of Karelia, Russia, and Archangel. They take them from the Caucasus, and they hit these two territories. It's a standard 9. It's called the 9-12. They were successful. Germany countered, and he attacked West Russia again, took Karelia back, attacked West Russia, killed everything they had, but lost everything he had, and didn't take the territory. So we're left with an empty West Russia. I consulted with my teammate Mannix, who is playing Germany, and he asked me to see if I can leave some planes in range of West Russia in case he tries to stack it on the next turn. So I'm going to try to do that. And Mannix did a infantry and 2 artillery purchase, 11 infantry, 2 artilleries to defend Germany. And he's in pretty good position. UK, it looks like they're moving out of India already, but they took a couple of my islands. It's possibly a KJF strategy. I don't know. But he was able to take out my transport here in C-Zone 61, which is going to delay my India invasion. So what we're going to try to do here real quick is we're going to try to get rid of these threatening units. We're going to stack a bunch of fighters in Kwangtung. Kwangtung is within striking distance of West Russia, or the Caucasus if he decides to go there as well. Or if none of that pans out, we can use them in our eventual invasion of India. So that is our plan for this round. And England, Germany did not win these sea battles, so England dropped a guy in France and took it right off the bat. I'm pretty sure Mannix will take it back next turn. And now because of, Germany also attacked Egypt, killed everything, but didn't take the territory. Africa's wide open now for Germany to get a bunch of points. Or myself, if I sneak over here and grab some of these, which probably won't be for a few turns, but it's wide open now. Unless he moves these Persians over towards Africa, but my thought process is that he's actually moving them to defend Russia. They're going to try to defend Russia and just give up India. So let's get started with Japan's round one. So for Japan round one, we're going to buy a couple of transports, a destroyer, and 2 artilleries. And the reason we're going to do that is because we're going to be moving our tank and infantry out of Japan this turn, which is going to leave us 3 infantry and 1 artillery. So if we buy 2 artilleries, then our next 3 transports, we'll have 3 transports worth of artillery and infantry, which I love that combo. So for the combat move, we're going to try to kill this stuff here. So we're going to take the sub, the plane, the bomber. To kill this, we're going to take this battleship and these 2 planes. To kill that, we are going to take the aircraft carrier. Why can't it go up here? No, because I had him attack Borneo, and that's not where I want him to attack. That's why. I want him to attack the C zone. Now I can use my aircraft carrier, my cruiser, my other aircraft carrier, this fighter, and this destroyer. Okay, we are going to take 3 guys from there and 2 guys from there and this plane and attack Anway. We're going to take these 2 guys, these 2 artilleries, and this plane to attack Yunnan, and we're also going to take our transport here. We're going to put a tank and a guy on our transport. We're going to move it here. We're going to drop them in Yunnan. All right. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure that's all the attacks I wanted to do this turn. Pretty sure. All right, let's see how they go. So the sub and 2 planes against that. Battleship and 2 planes against that. We're taking all that against the aircraft carrier. Hopefully he does not get a hit. I'm going to drop all this stuff in Yunnan. When I attack this Anway, okay, I think we're good. Okay. So, to review our results, we were successful attacking both of those, killed both of those navies. We took Yunnan. We took Anway. And we lost a couple guys, but no ships. So, we lost our submarine here on this attack, but it was worth it. I'll trade a sub for a cruiser and a transport any day. So, our planes are going to Yunnan, all of them. Our bomber will go to Yunnan also. Our battleship's going to C-Zone 62 because we're going to deploy our 2 transports and a destroyer in C-Zone 62. This pesky bomber pisses me off, but it's smart because it made me think twice about putting transports there and still attacking all this stuff here. I wanted to clear this stuff out, but I wanted to protect my transport. So I'm going to have a battleship and a destroyer protecting 2 transports, and I'm going to have a cruiser, a destroyer, 2 aircraft carriers protecting this transport here. So hopefully we'll be able to protect that. Oh yeah, and this guy here is moving down to Yunnan because of, in case they decide to attack, I want to have a couple of infantry guys there to absorb some blows. And that looks like the end of Japan's turn. Didn't take my stuff back, but took a couple territories, and I'm going to have 6 fighters in range of whatever Mannix plans to do here. So, and Russia does not look like they're in a very good position. But it's way early to tell, but we'll see what happens. And given we'll see what USA does if they try to take some of these things out or if they fall back. We'll see what they do. All right. Oops. Let me finish up the non-com. And make sure that I'm taking, okay, I am putting that in there in 62. Okay. All right. Destroyer in 62. transports in 62, artilleries in mainland Japan. All right. So that is the end of Japan's turn 1. I will see you back for USA's round 1 and the rest of round 2. All right, welcome back. This is Japan round 2. Just to give a quick update on the board. United Kingdom took West Russia back. It looks like they're going to trade that for a while. UK also moved the troops that they had moved initially out of India. They doubled back and moved back into India. So he's got a decent stack here in India. America landed in Africa to counter the German advance here. Germany moved into Archangel. Took Karelia back again. Still has his bomber. Took France back. But lost Norway and Finland. So, not a tremendous amount that I can do here because I'm hemorrhaging IPCs from this early Borneo attack. And because of the buildup in the Pacific by the U.S., I got to buy more ships to match the U.S. fleet. I still want to be in a position to take India if I can, but it's going to take probably a little bit longer. So we're going to take a couple of territories with minimal troops, move some more troops down here to Yunnan. We're going to take Burma, but we're going to do the old tank sweep, snipe. And we'll just bounce the tank back here. If he wants to move in here, then he'll have less troops to defend India if we do the end around. But the goal is going to be to get a little fleet mass going in the Philippines, add a couple more ships to defend against the United States, take Borneo back and move this way, and basically keep the Americans occupied enough to give Germany time to continue their advance into Moscow. So let's get to it. So we're going to buy 2 subs and a destroyer, an infantry, and an artillery. I would like to buy some more transports, but I got to move my fleet. And I'm not going to have enough here to protect, given the bomber here that can sneak over here and land it. So we're just going to do a little bit slow go. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that and come back. And that's pretty much all we're going to do. So, no battles actually, just undefended territories. All right, so for the non-combat move, we're going to do what we said. We're going to amass our entire fleet here in the Philippines. All right. He doesn't have anything that can land on mainland Japan yet. Obviously, this transport here could drop guys in the Philippines, but we're not going to prevent that. And so a couple things will happen. Either the United States Well, we'll see what they do. They're going to probably add more ships, maybe consolidate their fleet. If he backs off, I can take Borneo back next turn, move on to Australia, New Zealand, New Guinea, and so forth. If he advances into Burma, I may bounce out of here and try to take India next turn, which I might be able to do with what we have. But we will see. We may have to drop some more troops in Berry, depending on what the Soviets do here. But we'll see what they're going to do. It's early. And I'm not used to really defending a KJF. But we'll see what we can do. Obviously, the plan is to keep pace with the United States Navy and drop troops ashore whenever we get a chance. So, oh yeah, we got to take these here. I think that's our, oh no, this destroyer. Our whole fleet is going down there. I think that's everything. What we got to do is just double check that C-Zone 62, C-Zone 61 are empty at the end of this turn. And we're going to decide where we're going to amass our ships here. We might do it in C-Zone 62. Then we can add those to the Philippines stack. Or if we decide to advance and go to C-Zone 51. We'll see what happens. We could put them here, which would give it a little bit greater range, depending on what this fleet does. I guess only the sub will be in danger. I mean, only the destroyer will be in danger if he decides to attack it with planes. And if he does that, he would have to move. Well, he might do that. I don't know. So we'll probably put him in C-Zone 62. All right. '61 is empty. 47 is empty. 48. 62 is empty. All right. We'll put the subs in C-Zone 60. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, so the planes, if he decides to attack, could hit the destroyer. The bomber could hit the destroyer if he really wants to risk a bomber to take out one destroyer. Okay. I don't think he's going to do that, though. But you never know. He might. I would be kind of shocked if he did, though. But those planes, let's see here. What about this one? Yeah, so he could, if we put it here, he could use those 4 planes to try to kill it. I don't think he would do that, but because I would never trade a plane for a destroyer, but I don't know. So that's going to be it for Japan's round 2. I will see you back for USA's round 2 and everyone else's round 3. All right, welcome back. This is round 3 for Japan. Just a quick recap of the other players' round. Interestingly enough, Germany reinforced with artillery. I'm sorry, with infantry and artillery, and is putting a decent stack here in Karelia. The UK attacked Finland and Ukraine, killed everything Germany had there, but was unsuccessful in taking the territories. So those are still wide open. Possibly Russia may move in to Ukraine in round 4. I don't know. It's a possibility. But it looks like England is preparing to do some landings. Probably in northwestern Europe or maybe back in Norway or to take Finland again. And they moved, took the undefended Burma. I left it undefended with one of their infantries and then added 3 more infantries to India. Also, they did something down here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Possibly to come up here and reinforce India. Maybe. To get some armor over there, maybe. Or they're just going to contest Germany's taking of Africa. Or they may be kind of doing one of these where they're going to sneak over here, try to take the East Indies and whatever. This is going to be a pretty short turn for Japan. I'm just going to try to keep pace with United States' Navy, which is getting substantial here, and defend mainland Japan. But I got to retake Borneo. So my strategy is going to be to retake Borneo and have enough units here that I can start taking these islands here, Australia, New Zealand. If he starts slacking here, I'll bounce up to Hawaii, which I don't think he'll do, and New Guinea eventually. But I got to start taking this stuff back. So, like I said, it's going to be kind of short turn here for me. Not a whole lot of combat, but let's get to it. So, in order to keep pace, we're going to buy a carrier and a destroyer and a transport. Right? Yeah. All right. All right. For our combat move, we are going to... Nope. Sorry. We're not going to do that. We're going to take that. We are going to take 1 infantry and 1 artillery. Move to Sea Zone 47. Drop them in Borneo. Take these 2 fighters. Attack Borneo. I'm really hesitant to use my bombers for bombing raids because the payoff's just not that good. And I hate losing the bomber that I can use for attacks, so I'm not going to do it. So that will be all. That's going to be everything for our combat move this turn. So let's get to it. All right. For the non-combat move, we're going to move the destroyer there, both battleships, cruiser. We're going to take 2 of those and 2 of those, go up to Sea Zone 60, drop them in mainland Japan. I'm going to take 1 aircraft carrier and move it to Sea Zone 47. Take these 2 planes and go to Sea Zone 47. We're going to take the other aircraft carrier and go back up to Sea Zone 60. The 2 destroyers up to Sea Zone 60. These 2 planes are going to go to Sea Zone 60. These 4 guys are going to go into Yunnan. Let's see what else. Actually, I'm wondering if I should put some more guys here. Now we'll put them in Yunnan in case we can swing by and nab them with some transports later. So we'll do that. We'll take these 2 planes and fly them up to Sea Zone 60. And then, okay, so we should have everything, all our Navy in Sea Zone 60. And we'll have a carrier and 2 planes protecting this transport from the bomber here. Either one of those bombers. If they want to trade a bomber for a plane, I guess they can. If they don't do that, if for some reason my plan is to take these guys with the planes and the carrier and start picking off these islands and just moving this way. Depending on what these guys do here. Maybe we'll go this way. So, but it was imperative that we recaptured Borneo. So we got that back. We're moving this stuff here. I did the math, and if he attacks with everything his units have here, I think I have a 90%. Let's see, what was my calculation here? It's a 90% chance to defend. And he's going to lose his entire navy. So he may do something slick and try to drop guys in Buryatia or whatever. We'll see what happens. But obviously, right now I'm just treading water. I'm just trying to keep pace with America's Navy. I can't really do much to help my partner here right now. And I can't really mount much of an offensive until I can start getting some troops onto land. But after this round, I should have 3 transports here. I should have some land units here, and I can start buying more land units to shuttle them over to the mainland, which is going to be our plan. But we do have to maintain the defense of mainland Japan. So let me just double check that everything's been moved. I'll do it this way. All right, so nothing in Sea Zone 62, Sea Zone 60, 2 subs, 3 destroyers. Four fighters, an aircraft carrier, 2 battleships. Yeah. The Philippines still has some guys in there. And now Borneo has some guys in there. All right, I think we're done. So we'll put the carrier there. Put the destroyer there. And we'll put the transport there. So that is going to do it for Japan. Round 3. Not a whole lot going on, but like I said, I'm just kind of treading water. So we'll see what happens. That'll be it for Japan round 3. I'll see you guys back for USA round 3 and everyone else's round 4.
All right, welcome back. This is round 4 for Japan. I apologize for the audio. I am recording off my laptop because I'm traveling, so it's going to be a little bit different. This is one of the most interesting games I've ever played. The Allies are doing a great job at just playing cat and mouse with me, so I can't drop any troops in mainland Asia to support Germany in any way. So this turn I'm going to I got to keep pace with the United States fleet, and I'm going to try to land some troops in the mainland. So For purchasing, I am going to buy a battleship and 2 destroyers. Alright. The combat move, we're going to take this little guy here, and we're going to take Yakut. And that's all we're going to do for combat, believe it or not. That's all we're going to do for combat this turn. I had considered taking Burma, but with India putting these fighters here, I don't think it's a great idea. So we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is, that's all we're going to do for as far as combat. All right. Into the combat phase. So for the non-com, first thing we're going to do is we're going to block the United States fleet. So we're going to take a destroyer, we're going to put it in Sea Zone 49. We're going to take another destroyer and put it in Sea Zone 50. Right? So they're blocked from going to the Philippines and taking back Borneo. They're blocked from that. So they cannot do that. So we are going to take this transport and go here, pick up the artillery and the infantry, go to Sea Zone 36, and drop them in Indochina, Thailand. We're going to take the aircraft carrier and the 2 planes, move them into Sea Zone 36. We're going to take 3 artilleries and 3 guys. And we're going to move them into Indochina, Thailand. We're going to take the subs and move them to Sea Zone 36. Take the remaining destroyers and move them to Sea Zone 36. We're going to take the 2 aircraft carriers and move them to Sea Zone 36. We're going to take the 4 planes and move them to Sea Zone 36. We're going to take the cruiser and move it to Sea Zone 36. So basically we're moving our entire fleet to Sea Zone 36, and we're going to stack Indochina, Thailand, and block the United States fleet. But we're going to land some troops on the mainland here because we're not getting any traction doing anything. So we're going to try that instead. We may lose these destroyers, but he may opt not to do that. We considered attacking Alaska, but really I've never had any success attacking the mainland USA. And I think it's better just to continue to add more troops here. He has nothing here that's going to be able to attack either one of these right away. He can do it with 4 planes, but I doubt he's going to do that with only 4 planes. So that's going to be the totality of our moves. And we're going to do the battleship and the 2 destroyers to Sea Zone 60. Now, in all likelihood, he could take these out, but if he doesn't, we're going to have a formidable fleet that we can amass and go this way. I don't know what he's going to do with this here, but we can defend against this with this, no problem. So I think we're going to be okay there. We don't have anything in mainland Japan, which kind of sucks. But he has nothing that can get to mainland Japan this turn. So if we need to, we can buy support reinforcements next turn. But we'll see what happens. And we added 1 point of IPC, which is good. So that's going to do it for Japan round 4. I'll see you back for USA round 4 and the rest of round 5 for everyone else. All right, welcome back. This is round 5, Japan. This is a pretty interesting game. The USA is doing a great job. The Allies in general are doing a great job. Basically, I've just been treading water for the entire game. And I think I have to continue, although it does look like Germany is making pretty good inroads surrounding Moscow. Probably the next turn, Russia's got some choices to make. They can either push forward or try to retreat and save their capital. I got to just hold out long enough for Germany to take Russia. Once Germany takes Russia, that's going to be extraordinarily good for us. I was hoping that he could sea land United Kingdom, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, at least not anytime soon. But I am going to see if maybe he can move his battleship here towards the Med, maybe towards the Indian Ocean to try to help me out here because I'm under serious attack. I'm just going to try to keep pace with USA, buy more ships. They took Borneo back from me. I'm not going to be able to take it back this turn, and he did a smart thing. He blocked me with the destroyer here, so I can't bring my battleships that I forgot to move down here last time. So it did bite me. I was hoping it wouldn't, but it did. I'm going to put everything in the Philippine Sea here on 48, Sea Zone 48, and buy some extra troops. And we're going to move. We're going to move to try to defend it. Actually, he can go here and maybe take this. But if he does take that, I can hammer him with all my stuff. So we're going to try that. So let's go to our unit purchase. We're going to do 3 subs. We're going to do 2 infantry, a guy, and a tank. Actually, we're going to do 3 infantry, a guy, and a tank. Did I do 3 subs? I did 3 subs. Okay. So let's do that. So our combat move, we're going to take this and move it back. We're going to take this. And move it there. Or maybe we should use the bomber in the sea zone there. No, we're not going to use the bomber in the sea zone. We'll use it there. We're going to take this, which it is acceptable to a counterattack if he decides to move the tank and the 2 planes and go up here. It's possible. But Germany's advancing pretty quick. I don't know what he's going to do with these tanks, but we'll see what he does next turn. All right. So I think that, oh yeah, and we're going to take this season. Let's see here. Maybe with this transport here, I should just leave here to block for this destroyer. How many destroyers do I have? 2 there, and I have 2 there. Alright, so we are going to leave 1 in that sea zone, so we can't take that victory city yet. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to just take them off because who cares? If he decides to take that, we can take it right back. So I'm not going to worry about it. So that looks like all of the attacks we're going to do. We're also going to lose East Indies because these guys are going to take it. I have no way to I can reinforce this, but realistically I can't. So I'm just going to hope that my naval build up here will be able to just move forward and start crushing this USA fleet. At least to hold them off long enough for Germany to take Moscow. I think that's everything we're going to do. I do. I think that's everything we're going to do. All right, that looks like we're good. All right, so for the non-com, we are going to take these transports and put them here in C-Zone 48. We're going to take our bomber, move it into Yunnan. We're going to take all these guys and move them into Yunnan. So granted, we're giving up some of these, but we can take them back if we need to. But like I said, we're pretty much just treading water until Germany can take Russia. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, they can maneuver here and take Shanghai, but they can't take mainland Japan yet. So we should be okay right now. And everything is going into mainland Japan. Okay, so that is the end of Japan's turn 5. I will see you guys back for USA round 5 and everyone else's round 6.
All right, welcome back. So this is round 6 for Japan. Status of the board right now, Germany is doing an excellent job. And they're surrounding Russia, and I believe he has roughly a good chance to take Moscow. I think like 90%. So if he does that and he takes Moscow, because they sold out on the KJF, they have done very little over here. So they've done a really good job, though, defending India and really basically keeping Japan out of the fight. I haven't been able to really muster anything. All I've been able to do is just kind of tread water here and keep defending, which is what I'm going to continue to do, because once they take Moscow, if he pushes down towards India, we can do the Victory City thing. So I just need to make sure I hang on to Philippines and don't let him sneak into Shanghai. And, of course, defend mainland Japan. He keeps buying ships. I keep buying ships. So there's probably an epic sea battle on the horizon. But it's possible that this will go down without even the sea battle taking place if Germany takes Moscow and then pushes into India. Or even Sea Lions Great Britain. I don't know if he can do that, but I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. So anyway, we're just going to do what we've been doing. We're going to defend, and we're just going to defend. So we're going to buy an aircraft carrier and 2 fighters. For our combat move, we're going to take Novo, and we're going to take Cian Kang back. And that's going to be it for our combat move. We're not going to do anything else as far as combat. All right, for the non-combat move phase, we're going to move an artillery and 3 infantries back to Yunnan. We're going to move 1 destroyer to C-Zone 36. That's because we're going to deploy our aircraft carrier to C-Zone 62. And we're going to move our transports, all 4 of them, to C-Zone 60. We're going to pick up 2 guys, a tank, and an artillery. We're going to move to C-Zone 62 and drop them in Manchuria. I just want to make sure that we've moved everything over there. So, with a destroyer here to block, he's not going to be able to use his planes to come and take out my transports. The bomber should not be able to come and take out the transports. We're going to move these subs down here to C-Zone 48. I calculated about 90% defense against all of the United States' stuff. Everything he can bring, including this plane here. I'm sorry, not these 2 planes. This plane here, these 6 planes here, and all this stuff. UK has significantly less stuff, so if I'm 90-something% to defend against the United States, then I'm going to certainly defend against Great Britain. And I also included the bomber in his attack. The beauty of it is, with the carrier and the extra 2 planes, I did the counterattack, and I should be able to kill all this stuff. And it's possibly not, but it is possible to kill his stuff. So I probably won't, because I'm just going to, like I said, keep treading water until Germany is done taking Russia. But pretty simple moves for Japan this turn. Not a whole lot of moving parts. Just want to double check and make sure I moved everything I wanted to move, and that we're not seeing anything that he can move. I mean, I'm sure he can come and take, he'll probably land in Indochina, Thailand, which is fine. If he does that, he's going to have to separate. Well, maybe not. He could move everything here, I guess. I don't know why he would do that, because whatever he would leave here, I could swoop down onto Borneo and probably take it. But we'll see. Anyway, that's our strategy. That's our move. We will see you back for USA's round 6, and the rest, everybody's round 7. Let me just double check here. All right. All right. All right, welcome back. This is Japan round 7. So, state of the board. I made a pretty big mistake. So, I used a destroyer in C-Zone 36 so that America couldn't move their carrier up to C-Zone 61, kill all my transports in C-Zone 62. But one of the things I have a tendency to do is not anticipate secondary moves. So, what I should have done was also drop another destroyer in C-Zone 61 so he couldn't do what he did, which was kill the transport in 36, move everybody up to 61, giving England a clear path to do exactly what I blocked USA from doing the turn before. So, now he's got multiple angles to attack Japan, and I don't have much of a force here. Enough. I did the math. It's about a 26% chance that I can win this sea battle here. But I have to hang on to Japan as much as I can because Germany still has the upper hand over here. So if I can hold out, we may have a chance to survive the game. So my plan here is going to be to fortify Japan, and we're going to hit this with everything we can. We're going to try to save some fighters to land back in Japan when we're done. So we're going to buy 1 fighter and 7 guys for Japan. And as far as the combat move, we're going to use everything we have. Which I think that is everything we have, to attack C-Zone 61. So, as far as combat, that's all we're going to do. Everything else, we're just going to retreat back towards Shanghai and Yunnan. Actually, we may move these people up towards Burma, into Burma, because he moved his guys out of here to block Persia. So I'm going to move these guys here, and maybe we can do something there. I don't know. We'll see. But this is going to be it. So here we go with the battle. I know it's implausible. All right, so we moved into Burma. That attack actually didn't go terrible. He can still make landing. But, well, let's see what he's got here. He's got 2 guys there, a tank, and 3 guys there. I don't know. We'll see. And he's got some planes. He lost all of his planes, though. So, what's in here? 1 guy? All right. Well, it didn't go as planned, as terrible as I thought, but I made the mistake of killing all my subs instead of taking 3 hits on a battleship. I would have had extra hits to take. But another mistake on my part. So, anyway, I'm going to be done with that. We're going to put a guy and 7 guys and a fighter in Japan. I guess I could have pressed on. I think that was another mistake, because I could have killed his battle. I could have won that fight, I think. Oh well. I don't know. I think I really made a mockery of that whole turn. All right. Anyway, we'll see you guys back for the end of round 7 and the rest of everyone else's round 8. Okay, welcome back. We ended up getting the victory in this game. So what happened was, after I attacked C-Zone 61 and ended up retreating with my fighters back to Japan, the remaining United States fighters crashed into the ocean because they didn't have any landing spot. USA decided to take whatever remaining forces he had and attack mainland Japan, and was unsuccessful. And at that point, they decided to forfeit the game, which I believe was a good decision, because Germany had control over most of, actually all of Europe, half of Asia. I never did get around to taking India, and these were bothering me. But in the end, it was this battle here that ended up sealing it up. So, excellent game. I think I mentioned this a couple times before, but based on the Allied KJF strategy, I did not feel like I did anything this game except for play ultra defensive. I wasn't landing any troops mainland. I wasn't making any headway here. I did make a couple of mistakes, failing to use destroyers to block, which ended up costing me my transports here. And it turned out the only move we had left was for me to attack in C-Zone 61 and see what happened. And fortunately for us, I came through and they were not able to take Japan with the counterpunch. So, a couple things I wanted to mention. I know Aardvark commented to me earlier that round 1 especially went poorly for them regarding the dice, which, if you play this game long enough, you will fall victim to some horrendous rolls. So that's not surprising. The game also did glitch for them, they said, where they moved some troops during the non-combat movement, and which was undone by a bug in the game. I can attest. I also had a issue where I actually finished my turn, and then when I looked at the game again, my turn was stuck in the non-combat movement phase, with most of my moves done, but not completed. And then you won't be able to see it unless you look hard, but it actually worked in our favor. I had a bomber that I never moved out of Kwangtung that was sitting here all by itself, that would have most certainly been destroyed by some fighters or the bombers that they had in India. But when the game locked up, I was able to move the bomber back to mainland Japan. I don't remember which turn that was. I think it might have been round 6 or round 5. So apparently, well, it was clear from the very beginning that the KJF was the strategy. Mannix and I had good communication throughout this game, which was effective for us. And the Allies, after round 1, certainly sold out for the KJF strategy.